Okay, everybody. Round two. Now what we're looking at is composition of functions. So I have three functions from your benchmark review, f, g, and h. Now, if you have any questions on those, feel free to send me a question on Edmodo. But what I want to do is I want to try and get a little crazy with them when talking about the composition of functions. So I'm going to do multiple. So let's talk about h of g of h of x. Or, you know, we could do h of g of f of x. We could do f of x here. Okay? So that way there's three of them. The more complicated we can get, I think, the more you can handle the easier stuff. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the outside, work my way in. So first thing I start with is h of x. So I put in my 2 square root 3 plus x. Second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the x and put in g of x. So we have here. Okay, be careful not to put equal signs here, because obviously this does not equal this, and neither of those equal the third one. So we're just doing steps along the process. Okay. Third thing I'm going to do is plug in what g of x actually is. Okay. Which gives me a final answer over here of 2 square root x squared plus 9. Okay? Now you're thinking, oh, hey, well, I can take the square root of x squared and the x squared of 9, and life is grand, and I can just say x plus 3. You can't do that. It's not that there's no problem or property for the sum of two squares. There's only one for sum of two cubes. So this is done where it stands right now. So then we take it and we move over to the other one. So we have our, essentially our h of g of x. So we have our 2 square root x squared plus 9. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to put in f of x. So we say this f of x squared plus 9. Okay? Once we get there, then we're going to say square root of 2x minus 1 squared plus 9. And we go through the process. 2 square root, we're taking 2x minus 1, 2x minus 1 plus 9. Which gives me, let's get a color that maybe is a little bit more vibrant and can see. So you might be getting a little like, what? I can't read this. So we end up with 2 square root 4x squared. This gives me negative 2, that gives me negative 2, so it gives me a total of negative 4x. Plus 1 plus 9 gives me plus 10. Okay? Now you're thinking, okay, well, what can I do here? I know that they have a greatest common factor of 2. If you pull a 2 out, it doesn't really change much of the problem. You can try and factor it, multiply the two outside numbers together. You end up with 40. Factors of 40 that add to give you a negative 4. Factors of 40 are 2 and 20, 4 and 10, 5 and 8. None of those are going to give you negative 4. I get negative 3, negative 6, and a negative 18. So this problem is probably going to be done where it sits right now. I'd like to say that there's more to do with it, but nope. But here is h of g of f of x.